What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction video, and I'm excited by the title. Not the Dr. Jaishankar you know. The Dr. Jaishankar I know is the Jaishankar that knows how to put Western media in their place. Is the man who don't take no bullcrap. Is the man who don't stand for hypocrisy. Is the man who puts India first. That's the Jaishankar I know. But let's figure out with this video what Jaishankar I get to know after this video. Before we dive in, if you would like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button down below. And you'll receive exclusive benefits that I know you guys will enjoy. Let's find out what we got.
I was 18 when I went to JNU. My cohort were the first set of people who actually politically took on the left. My father, who was a bureaucrat, had become a secretary, but he was removed from his secretaryship. I speak English. I speak Hindi. I can speak Tamil. I actually studied Russian, a rudimentary sense of Japanese, because I do need to talk to my wife from time to time.
I said Hindi, English, Tamil, Russian, Japanese. God, 5 languages? Jaishankar, 5?
I am from a bureaucratic family, you know. My father was a bureaucrat. I have an elder brother who was a bureaucrat. My grandfather was a bureaucrat, and my aunts and not aunts but uncles who were there. So our world, if I can put it to you this way, was very, very bureaucratic. Our goals, our dreams were bureaucratic.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, you know, if you had asked me, if you and I had met, which we had, let us say in 2010, and say, okay, Jaishankar, what's your dream? I'd say, I want to become foreign secretary. That's the dream of any foreign service officer. Now,
at the age of 10, because he comes from a bureaucratic family, and so that was kind of, seems like that was kind of instilled in him. It was like natural for him to be bureaucratic and have this dream of becoming the foreign secretary at the age of 10. Wow.
In our household, there was also, I would say, I won't call it pressure, but we were all very, very conscious of the fact that my father, who was a bureaucrat, had become a secretary, but he was removed from his secretaryship. You know, he became, at that time, probably the youngest secretary in the Janta government in 1979. So in 1980, he was Secretary Defense Production. In 1980, when Indira Gandhi was re-elected, he was the first secretary that she removed.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, he was the most knowledgeable person, everybody would say, on defense. He was also a very upright person.
Wow,
maybe that caused a problem, I don't know. But the fact was, as a person, he saw his own bureaucratic career in bureaucracy actually kind of stall. And after that, you know, he never became a secretary again. He was superseded during the Rajiv Gandhi period for his, you know, somebody junior to him became cabinet secretary. Okay. So it was something he felt. We rarely spoke about it, but it was obviously something which must have been inside him. So
it seems like after he became a secretary and after he was the youngest secretary that when the new government came into power, he was the first one fired, which is crazy if what he said is right, and everybody thought he was the most knowledgeable person on defense, very upright. Why would you fire someone like that? But then at the end of the day, new government, I mean, they got the power to, I guess, hire whatever cabinet you want to, so that's just how politics works, I assume. But then with him being in that position and falling back down, he's like, I guess he felt like he had stalled, and like his bureaucratic career was just in a stall, and so then he gets superseded for cabinet secretary in his party, and I guess he's just like, yeah, that was the end of his bureaucratic career, it sounds like.
It's something which must have been inside him. So he was very, very proud when my elder brother became secretary. And in my case, he passed away in 2011. At that time, I had got what you would call grade 1, which is like a secretary rank ambassador. I didn't become secretary. I became after he passed away. But for us, at that time, the goal, you could say, was, okay, we must become secretary. Say, JNU was different. I was 18 when I went to JNU, okay? And JNU was very, very firmly leftist at that time. And I think everything, at 18, what you intuitively believe is either formed by your friends and acquaintances or what is reflective of your home. And definitely in our home, my father, who was a very strong influence on us, was very distrustful of ideologies and people who he believed were not, who did not have the loyalties in our own country.
Such as?
Well, you look, you're not talking. Remember, he had his own views about what was happening in the 40s and 50s at that time, who was for the national movement, where did different people, how did they switch? He was very, very distrustful of the left, so of the communist left. And I think some of it, so in a sense we grew up very unspokenly but very strongly as very patriotic children, you might say.
So it sounded like Jay, you went to, it was very leftist at the moment he went, and in the household that he had grown up in, his dad was very strongly against the left. So that's very interesting, like growing up in that household, but then going into an environment that is more leftist. That's an interesting thing. It's almost like an interesting experiment to be a part of, and but I guess these experiences are what helped Jaishankar become the man that he is.
We kind of went to this military institutions. I went to Air Force School, to King George's Bangalore Military School. My siblings went to, some of them went to Naval School, to Sardar Patel Vidyalaya. So I think that was the kind of mindset I took into JNU. So in fact in JNU, which was a dominantly leftist outlook, where the teachers, the students, the administration, everybody was very leftist, my lot of people, my cohort were the first set of people who actually politically took on the left. I was very clearly with what was called the free thinkers.
How many languages do you speak? You're a polyglot.
Obviously, I speak English. I speak Hindi, I won't say at a very high standard, but with a kind of a street smart fluency.
The Tamilian Hindi, or is it a JNU Hindi?
No, it's actually a Delhi Hindi.
Delhi Hindi.
I mean, I was born in Delhi. Okay.
You were born in Delhi?
Yes,
okay.
I was born in Delhi. I was born in Delhi. I grew up in Delhi. I spent, whatever time I've spent in India is largely Delhi. So it's a very Delhi person's, I would say, fluent, not always complex Hindi. Because I grew up in Hindi, I didn't have the advantage of ever studying Tamil. I can speak Tamil, but not with with the kind of fluency and command of vocabulary that I would like. Russian is different because I actually studied Russian when I was in the foreign service. We are allotted a language, so I went there. So I actually properly studied it using books and so on. I have a certain, I would say, working a rudimentary sense of Japanese, because I do need to talk to my wife from time to time.
Okay.
We've kind of evolved something which is peculiar to us, and this happens, in this situation. Yeah. I mean, it could be your food, it could be your slang language, what you say to each other. I mean, we use phrases which somebody else listening in would find very difficult, because there could be Japanese slang put in an English sentence, sometimes with a Hindi twist, because my wife's linguistic ability is much better than mine. I learned Hungarian,
oh my God.
But unfortunately it's very rusty. So people make more claims about me than I do myself.
I mean, I said 5 languages in the beginning. Man can speak 6, may not all be fluent in all 6. But at least a rudimentary sense of all of them, which is absolutely mind blowing to me. But it's Jaishankar. We should not be surprised. That's all we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed that, please don't forget to subscribe, get a video a thumbs up, and then check out the next video. I'll see you guys next time. Before I forgot. Let's kind of talk about the video a little bit. My bad. I was finna leave y'all without talking about it. Like I said in the beginning, the Jaishankar I know is one who doesn't stand for anybody, I guess, coming at India, criticizing India in an unfair manner. Anybody, the hypocrisy of the West. The Western media takes shots. He don't play that. He'll put you in your place very quickly. He's patriotic about his country, loves his country. You can tell that. But in this video, we kind of got to see all the things that helped him become the man that he is. We got to learn about his dad and the standards in their household, and we got to learn about his upbringing. And even in college, he was part of the free thinkers. I guess they went against the left. We got to learn about the accomplishments of his siblings and why, like, I guess there was this standard, and this standard, they all put that pressure upon themselves as well as probably put on by their dad as well, to reach a certain goal. And so we got to learn that Jaishankar actually had dreams of becoming a foreign secretary at the age of 10. We got to learn all these incredible things about why he is who he is. So now, I'll see you guys on the next video.